So welcome back to another episode. Welcome back to another Andrew. He has returned after 2 years. And for anybody who doesn't know, me and Andrew grew up on the same street nearly 33 years ago. In 1986. Yep. We were talking about that. And Andrew became famous on the show because I'd always mention him off camera.
Infamous.
Infamous. Until you came onto the show that you were the guy who got all the video games early on the street because your dad, for work, would travel a lot and he got to go to the States and bring games back. And we're all so jealous going, oh my God, you got Link to the Past. Oh my God, you got Phantasy Star 2. Oh my, we hated you and loved you at the same time.
Yeah, and it was the only real advantage because Dad would travel for work, and back then, stuff in Canada came a lot later than it did in the US.
Yes.
So I kind of had that direct line, and I loved it.
Yeah, and then when I was 20, Andrew moved away, and then to Calgary, and then he moved away to California, where you live now.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. This is where we do a bit of a catch-up. I did it with Rob, and me and Rob and Andrew have hung out in the past. We're playing D&D this Saturday, which we're really looking forward to. I mean, when's the last time you played D&D with me and Rob?
It's probably maybe the last time I was here, but at least 2 years.
Yeah, I don't even know if we played D&D back then.
I don't remember. I mean, the last time I can really remember playing was when I was on webcam.
Right.
As like the floating head above the table.
Right.
5-6 years ago?
Yeah, like in Skype type of thing.
Yeah.
And then, so it's going to be something that we're all around the table. We get to play D&D again. We're going to try to get Swagger, our other friend, out. It's going to be a lot of fun. But we thought we'd do a game chat and to talk about some of the games we've been playing. And what have you been playing? What have you been playing lately?
So, as we've talked about on the show before, I'm probably more of a PC gamer, certainly historically. But obviously I've got consoles, and I guess most recently I've had to travel for work, and then again traveling here, so I've fired up the Switch again.
Yeah.
I've picked up Trials of Mana from the Secret of Mana collection.
Yes,
I started playing through that again. And I got Battle Chasers Night War in case I, needed more time after I finished Trials of Mana. But it's a long game. I haven't finished it yet.
Let's talk about Trials of Mana here and go back to, here's the fun thing that me and Andrew finished Secret of Mana when it first came out on the Super Nintendo. And that was a real good experience because we played it co-op and we enjoyed that game. And there wasn't a lot of games that were that way back then.
And it's a great game. I mean, even single player, Secret of Mana holds up really well. It's a fantastic game.
Did you ever get the PS4 version?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, a lot of people passed on that version. It was just weird to see Secret of Mana on the PS4. It's like, what the heck is this? So now they have the collection, and you're playing Seiken Densetsu 3, Trials of Mana, a game that we should have gone back in the day. Should have been Secret of Mana 2. We never got that. What is it like playing it now? Now, I saw you talking about it in the other room. You didn't seem too big on it, which is, I loved it. I finished it in the summer.
So, because the collection has all 3 games, I first started months ago playing Final Fantasy Adventure, because I never had a Game Boy, so I never played the original. And it was kind of a trip to go back and play Final Fantasy Adventure and see where the series started. But it didn't have a whole lot of legs, although I probably played like 8 or 10 hours.
Right.
I got to a point where I was like trying to find some hidden dungeon in a desert or something, and you had to like walk around a pillar of sand or something, and I'm trying to open the entrance, and I'm like, enough. And I didn't want to play Secret of Mana because, we've got such a great historical legacy.
We've kind of done that,
yeah,
but it's kind of neat to revisit a little bit.
And to go back and play Secret of Mana single player after the fun we had 2-player, it just seems like a step down.
Right.
So I went to Trials of Mana instead, and I mean, obviously it's been a while. It was like, 93 or something when Seiken Densetsu 3 was first released.
Yeah, somewhere in there, like 1994, 95.
Something like that, yeah. Very towards the end of the Super Nintendo or Super Famicom in that case. Yeah. And we never got to play it, except for trying to muddle through the Japanese version, and I never got very far.
Did you never get the translated version?
No. I tried playing it in Japanese originally, and I just couldn't figure out what was going on, and moved on to other things.
Of course, right.
So Trials of Mana, it's translated. It's actually a pretty good translation.
Yeah.
But the mechanics are different enough from Secret of Mana that I'm a little bit iffy on it. I'm enjoying the kind of retro flashback of it.
Yeah.
But like, for example, one thing that drives me nuts is you can't just spam the attack anymore. You've almost got like a reload mechanism.
Right.
So you'll swing your sword as the fighter. I typically play and then you wait. And you can see the animation where he gets ready and he brings his sword back up. But this sort of disconnect between, I want to pound on this enemy, and now I've got to hit it and then wait, and then hit it and wait.
Right.
It's just, it kind of takes me out of it.
And then the switching characters here and there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I guess what I was getting out of that game and why I finished it and why I liked it so much is, I think we were talking about it, you have to be in a certain mood to play a game. And if it hits you in the right way, you're like, I really like this. And for some reason, that music really resonated with me. And I don't know, I enjoyed the experience of kind of revisiting a Super Nintendo game that we never got. And I was in the right mood, and it just felt so much fun. And I just plowed through the game. And I'm somebody who's kind of like you. I'm like, oh man, maybe this game is like a little bit older. It's kind of, the mechanics are driving me nuts. I'm somebody who gets turned up by that a lot. For some reason, I didn't, and I don't know why.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And I like it in handheld mode because the smaller screen actually doesn't show the sprite blow up as much as putting it on the big screen.
Yes.
When I first came here, I docked my Switch and we had it up running on the big screen. And I'm like, wow, this looks really bad because I'm having fun playing it on the smaller screen.
It's a little washed out a little bit, you know. It's not the TV. It's just like
it's a good TV.
The game blowing up is okay, you know, type of thing. But yes, I think in handheld mode it looks absolutely amazing. Now you're saying you're playing Battle Chasers.
I didn't download it. I bought the game off of eBay because I wasn't sure if I was going to stick with Trials of Mana for very long.
Right.
And I had to travel for work, and I knew I was coming here, so I wanted to have enough stuff to make sure that I had games to play. I was on the plane or waiting, that kind of thing. So I haven't done more in Battle Chasers than basically watch the opening, but I really like Joe Mad's art.
Oh yeah.
I really like the Darksiders series. I haven't played number 3 very much yet, but a big fan of Darksiders number 1. It's a great Zelda-like kind of game.
Right.
So I'll get to it when I'm done with Trials of Mana. Hopefully I'll finish Trials of Mana, we'll see, but
I'm curious, do you think you will finish it?
It's hard to say. It's great to have it when you're traveling, but when you get home and now you can pick from anything, do you go back and play a game? I don't know. We'll find out.
It's also fascinating that I picked you up from the airport yesterday, and I'm looking on Instagram, and I'm like, why are people putting up pictures of Resident Evil 3? I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, this is not real artwork. It's real artwork. So it seems that Resident Evil 3, some of the artwork got leaked. A lot of people were tweeting to me about it and stuff like that. And it's made me so happy. And the reason why is that up on the shelf, I've got Resident Evil 0, 2, 7. So the complete series. And the only game we were missing was number 3. And we're getting number 3. And I didn't know if we were going to get it. Like, we had all of them, and they're finally going to do that. 2020, I guess on the PSN store, they put some pictures up by accident. Who's in charge of this stuff? It's ridiculous.
And who is, like, refreshing it in the background enough to catch this mistake? I'm sure they probably caught it on their side relatively quickly, but yet somebody was able to, like, pull it down before they removed it.
Like, how is that? I'll never understand how that happens. It kind of sucks the way I would have liked to see a trailer not be ready for it and go, oh my god. But let's talk about this for a second, because we were talking about earlier that you haven't played Resident Evil 2, the remake.
Not yet.
What are you waiting for? Like next Christmas? What's happening?
I mean, I got it on the PC, and it's just part of the massive backlog of stuff.
Yeah.
I bought a bunch of games on Black Friday, like I usually do.
Yeah.
And I only just started one of the games I bought last Black Friday, so basically I'm a year behind.
Right. What did you buy this Black Friday? What were some of the deals you bought?
It's basically just looking around for deals. I tried to get Resident Evil 2 on PlayStation 4.
Right.
Because Best Buy had a great deal on it, but they wouldn't ship it to your house. It had to be a store pickup, and there wasn't a store pickup in 250 miles of where I live. So I'm like, well, I'm not.
How much were they selling it for? What was
$15.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And they had Devil May Cry 5 for $15 too. Same thing. Wouldn't ship to house, and you had to go to the store, and there wasn't one within 250 miles. Like, then why are you putting it on your website and torturing me?
That's ridiculous.
Just leave it off.
That's so ridiculous. And then you go to the store, it's all sold out.
Right.
You know?
So even though I got it on PC in the backlog, it's Resident Evil. You want to sit on a couch and play it with a controller.
Oh yeah.
So I totally would have done that for $15. But
it's funny, the deal that I got on Black Friday, I only got one. I walked into Walmart the other day, and I'm looking at the display, and there's God of War on the PS4, and I have a code for it, right? You know, I just sent a review code back in the day. But there's a copy, physical copy, $10, $9.99, and I'm like, yes.
Was it the Game of the Year edition too?
No, it's just it's just the game, the original game, which is the one I want. I don't want it's a Game of the Year edition or anything like that. I'd like to see the original. You know, like I didn't want PS3 games that said greatest hits or anything like that. I don't like that on there.
Yeah, they changed the red color and it looks different when it's on.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of that.
I actually also did buy one of the greatest hits versions, or at least the red banded PlayStation Classics one. I bought the Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Oh, I have that.
Yeah, because I know you gave it a good review. You said it you said it's not worth the full price, but it was $9 or $9.99.
That's worth the price.
Yeah, so I love the Uncharted series. I was all caught up to date, but I never played Legacy, and now I can.
Yeah, and you know, the thing that I was going to say as well is that the thing about being a video gamer, like I have a review channel and I talk about a lot of games like the day they come out, right? I'm really lucky that way. I get to play a lot of games that way, where for most people, they cannot afford all of the games the day they come out. Here's what I'm really going to say, and you know it, I know it, wait. If you see a game, just wait. Like, look at that. You got Lost Legacy for $10.
Right.
I got God of War for $10.
And at the same time, even if you don't get a price deal, if you wait a little bit to at least get some level of patch, then the kinds of game-breaking bugs like they had in Jedi Fallen Order recently,
Yeah.
they don't affect you.
Yeah.
You don't get stuck on a planet and have to restart.
Oh, yeah,
because
'cause
you
you-
wait just a little bit long enough for these really critical things to get patched out.
Yeah.
And you're better off than the people who are struggling with it on day one.
Oh my, could you imagine you're like, oh, I got a PS4, and you just wait 1 year, and you get Resident Evil 2, the remake, and Devil May Cry 5 for $15 each. So that's the thing, is it's good to buy a system and then just wait. You don't always have to jump in day one. And I don't think I've ever said that. Like if I'm excited about a game, I'm gonna say, oh yeah, oh my god, this is a must-buy game. But that's for the really early adopters who are like, they were on the fence anyways. So like, yeah, I think I'll go for it.
And sometimes, of course, if you're really excited about something, you want to be there day one, and it's worth it. But we've all got giant backlogs of games we get and we think we're gonna play and we don't get to. I mean, we've got a ton of stuff. We don't need it right day zero.
And that leads us directly into the game that we're playing, because every time Andrew comes over, we always kind of pick a game to go through. And he was saying, hey, can we do Luigi's Mansion? And I was like, I've already gone through the game twice. I'm like, as much as I love the game, I need a little bit of a time away. But one game that I thought I'd revisit is Astral Chain, because it got all the way to the end. I was right there. And I was like, I really want Andrew to experience this as well, and to experience this again, because it has been a bit of time. There's been so many games that have come out in between that to play it again is almost like a brand new experience all over again. And
especially with all the games you're playing all the time.
Oh, so many.
It's not like you've played Astral Chain and then nothing else in 6 months, so it's like fresh in your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
No, there's been hundreds of things that have distracted you since then, so it is kind of like a fresh experience.
What are you thinking so far? Because you just started the game. What are you thinking about it?
I mean, it's platinum. I mean, they're gold.
I know.
They get how to make an action game.
Yeah.
And at first, I was like, when we go through the initial intro level, I'm like, wait, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I'm kind of button mashing. I'm not really clear on what's going on.
Yeah.
But then they have like a tutorial where you kind of start to understand the mechanics, and then you get to implement them. I mean, the game engages you right away. It looks gorgeous. It's probably the best looking Switch game I've played.
That's what I said. Besides Luigi's Mansion, I think those are the two of the best looking games. It's really
and the music
incredible.
is fantastic.
I know.
That awesome like techno, almost radio-like song they play in the HQ. Like sometimes I was just standing there listening to it.
I know. That's what I was always talking about. So yeah, we'll definitely get to the end of that game for sure.
Definitely gonna try.
Yeah, absolutely. And then so you bought some other games for Black Friday.
I bought South Park: Fractured But Whole. I got the Division 2 because it was on sale.
And you liked the first game.
I did like the Division. I got to play it with a sort of a group of people, and I don't think I'm going to get to do that this time around, but I downloaded the beta back when they offered it, and I had some fun. I mean, it's definitely an improvement over the first one. I don't know that I'm going to finish it, but I had some fun. I might turn it on again. I also got Kingdom Hearts 3. That was on a deep sale, and I've always liked the Kingdom Hearts games. Probably not as much as Johnny, but you know, now that we've got one for the PlayStation 4 generation and it looks and plays so well, I'm on board.
Now, I remember you finished the first game, didn't you?
Right, yep.
Did the second?
I did finish the second, yeah, but not any of like the remakes when they did 2.1
Yeah,
and
all that
2.5
stuff,
and all that other weirdness.
Yeah.
I actually needed Johnny's review from back in the day to explain how all of those different versions worked.
Right.
In the lead up to the Kingdom Hearts 3 release.
It is a little bit complicated, for sure.
I didn't get into any of that.
The one thing I'll say about Kingdom Hearts 3 is I enjoy the experience. It's very short, realistically, and it's very easy. And that's the main complaint that everybody had. So when I did my review, I just really enjoyed the game because, you know, from my point of view, from a review point of view, it's so great to get through these games super fast and like, and then I had a great time because the world setting is awesome. I love all the characters. I like the whimsicalness of it. I like the whole Disney aspect, the Square Enix aspect of it. There's something wonderful here, and I think Kingdom Hearts is great. I don't think it lived up to the hype for a lot of people. I don't know if it ever could have.
Yeah, given how much time it took them to get to number 3 properly, there's just no way they could have done it.
Another thing that we got to talk about that is interesting, because Rob was on here doing a game chat, and I was talking about Shenmue 3, how at that time I was looking forward to it. Now I finished the game and it's all over. You are the same as Rob, and it's kind of interesting because it's the same as the comment section, but in reality is that not all friends enjoy the same games. So back in the day, I loved Shenmue, but Rob didn't, and
I did not like Shenmue at all.
yeah, it's amazing. But we all get along still, right? We all get along still. It's totally fine.
We can agree to disagree.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Shenmue to me seemed like too much of a real-life simulator.
Yeah.
I'm here to play a video game, not simulate real life. So
Yeah.
if I have to drive a forklift to earn money, that seems like work. So
Oh.
I'm not tremendously interested.
Did you not like the idea of like exploring Japan and like?
I did, but I thought that on the Dreamcast, using the analog stick was a lot clunkier than like a mouse interface would have been.
Yes,
You
yeah.
know, like hunting around for things or a mouse look, that would have made Shenmue much more accessible for me.
Right.
But this slow looking around,
Walking around,
yeah,
it's like bumping into a wall. I know.
It didn't work for me.
They've fixed all of that in this game, so you just run normally, and
Okay.
it feels like a modern game. They've modernized it, kind of like they did with Metal Gear when they went from like 4 to 5, and they kind of modernized that. They got rid of some of the awkward play mechanics of the past one. So. I don't think I could recommend Shenmue 3 to you. If you didn't like the first two, I don't think you're going to find anything here that you're like, oh my god, it's completely revolutionary. It's the exact same game that you played all the way back then,
Right.
and it's really not doing a lot new. And that's not a bad thing, but that is the truth.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably exactly what Yu Suzuki was aiming for, to try and get people back into the Shenmue 1 and 2 days.
Yes.
I think it's been nearly 20 years since then.
Yeah.
The gaming industry at large has moved on.
Yeah.
I think it's probably got a little bit too much of its foot in the past. We'll see. I don't know.
So we just want to come in and do a game chat and get caught up on what Andrew has been playing. And we got a couple more videos that we're going to try to do before Andrew leaves on Saturday after our D&D adventure that we will be playing. That's going to be a lot of fun. And anyways, guys, until next time.